All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. If you are coming on, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit that share button and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know. Prophet Ramon, the squad, the tribe. We are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. So if you're coming on, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag somebody and let them know we are live today right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. I hope your Monday is going absolutely amazing. We are doing extremely well here. I hope your Easter weekend was extraordinary. For those of you that celebrated Easter weekend, we had an amazing time in church, and I'm ready to rock and roll today. So again, please do me a favor. A few things I need you to do for me. I need you to hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, the tribe, we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today is April the 18th, 2022. April the 18th, Monday. Monday is by far my favorite work day. Today is a very special day. It is my mother's birthday. So happy heavenly birthday to my mother, my mama, Charlene Clancy. Shout out to her. I think she would have been 70 this year if she was still living. So we just give a shout out to my mama, the one who gave birth to me, and her legacy. And today we're going to continue that legacy by sharing with you information that we know can help you properly start, structure, and scale your business. So for those of you that are coming on, please put in the comments what city you're watching me from. Please let me know what city you're watching me from. And once you have put the city that you're watching me from, make sure that you get some notepads or a piece of paper, a pen, so that you can take some notes, because this week is going to be absolutely extraordinary. So welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. I am your host, Ramon Preston. And if you don't know, now you know. Every Monday through Friday, we show up here on the Ramon Preston Show to give information to you that we know is designed to help you properly start, properly structure, and properly scale your business. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, and you know you have aspirations and ambitions to scale your business into six figures and beyond, well, there's some fundamental mechanics that go into you scaling your business into six figures and beyond. There's a reason why studies across the board show that 9 out of 10 businesses fail within the first few years of existence. Most of these businesses that quote unquote fail, it's not like they're failing because their businesses are dissolving or they're no longer active on the Secretary of State website. No, a lot of businesses fail because they're not generating revenue. They're not making any money. So if you are a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, you're a startup, you own a small business, or you're intending to own a small business, it's very important for you to understand how your structure is going to make an impact in your revenue. Too many entrepreneurs pass that because they get so focused on being operators. They're operating in a business. So that means you're good at what you do. So all you do is build a business around what you do, whether it's shining shoes, whether it's digital marketing, whether it's speaking, whether it's apparel, whether it's landscape, whether it's painting, whatever the thing is that you're good at doing. Just because you package it in the form of a business to provide it as a service or a product to the market, it doesn't mean your business is going to succeed. You got to know more than just what you do in that particular business. So you got to get better at running a business. You got to get better at managing a business. You got to get better at owning a business. Well, how do you get good at these things? Not just meditating, not just crossing your fingers, hoping at some point you become good at what you do. The way you get good at it is you educate yourself, you train, you develop, and you build an infrastructure with that company that you just started. Whether it's an LLC or some other type of company, you've got to build an infrastructure. How do you build an infrastructure? You build an infrastructure by making sure you have it properly set up the right way. Number one, filing and forming it the right way. I always encourage and recommend to my clients that you use a holding company, because now your holding company can become an asset management company to own your operating entity. But once you do that, once you establish it, once you file it and form the paperwork, then what you gonna do? Okay, you're gonna open up a bank account. Okay, you're gonna get you a domain name. Okay, you're gonna get all the other stuff that everybody pay a lot of attention to. You know, you're gonna get your logo. You're gonna get your t-shirts. You're gonna get your cards. None of that necessitates success, and none of that really makes no entrepreneur any money anyway. Okay, I know people who got amazing logos. They got the best websites. They got the most flashy t-shirts and apparel and cards and stationery, but it don't mean you making money, because your skill set for running a business, for managing a business, for being a owner of a business, your skill set needs to be centered around the fundamental systems and processes that will support the success and the revenue of your business. I'm talking about sales. I'm talking about marketing. I'm talking about financial systems and processes, operational systems and processes. These are the things that will help to determine if your products and services are going to succeed in the marketplace. All right, so today I want to take a few minutes, because this week is an extraordinary week for me and my team. We are preparing to host one of our quarterly mastermind workshops. Just in case you don't know anything about me and my business, I come from the hood. So my name to fame is I've come from the hood. I was raised in poverty. I was a junkie, an addict, a criminal, a street hustler, all the way up until I was 21 years old, when I had a spiritual transformation that changed my life forever. And so for the past 25 years, 24 and some change, almost 25 years, from the time I was 21 all the way up until now, I've been on a new path. I've been on a new journey, and I've been able to create a $1 million business and build what is definitely in the process of becoming a multi-million-dollar organizational enterprise, based on just the grit, based on just the determination and the resilience that I've had, having no education, having no formal training, having nobody that I really had coaching me and mentoring me and giving me the advice that I needed. I made the decision to pull up my bootstraps and figure it out. And so for the past 24 years of my life, with the exception of the first 4 or 5 years when I was working in and out of jobs, trying to find my way. But about 19 years ago, when my wife and I got married, I decided to go all in full time as an entrepreneur. And so what I have created and the success that I have in my life today is based on all the things that I've had to learn within the last 19 years. I've learned a lot. I've suffered a lot of losses. I've had a lot of hardships. I've had a lot of headaches. I've bumped my head many times, but guess what? My resilience, my determination, my grit, my grind, my hustle has always kept me in the game. But it's only been maybe the last 2 or 3 years, literally the last 2 or 3 years, that I have been able to really hone in on certain things that I realize have brought me to become the success that I am. Because again, out of the last 18, 19 years, 16 of them were just me trying to figure it out. Me reading and studying and researching and developing and trying things. It's just I've had the grit and the resilience and the hustle to be able to make things happen. I mean, for years, my wife and I, we were making six figures. So getting to six figures, it really didn't seem like it was that hard because we did it. My wife and I, we did it early on in our entrepreneurship. I mean, we were just a two-person team up until just a couple years ago. And me and my wife, we scrapped it out and we made it work. And of course, when you got two people who waking up every day, doing what needs to be done to make it happen, it's easier. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's easier than if it's just you and when you have information that other people don't have. And so this upcoming Saturday, the 23rd of April, I'm gonna be hosting right here in Buckhead, I'm gonna be hosting a mastermind workshop. And so every quarter I host these one-day events. They are masterminds for one half of the day, and then there are workshops for the other half of the day. And so this week I'm gonna just take some time to really share with you some of the components to these masterminds and workshops, because a lot of people, they use the word mastermind, they use the word workshop, and they really don't understand what it actually is and what results it should produce, especially in the businesses or in the lives of those who are connected. And so for me, my core competency as a business consultant is to help people properly start their businesses and structure their businesses. So making sure that you file and form your paperwork the right way, making sure you have your holding company, your divisions and your subsidiaries set up right. That's very, very important to me, because I know once you do it right the first time, it's going to be easier for you to move forward. But once we have the structure of your organization set up, whether it's a for-profit or nonprofit, or maybe it's both, because I run a nonprofit and a for-profit organization. So on the for-profit side, I'm a CEO of a holding company that has divisions and subsidiaries. On the nonprofit side, I'm an apostle. I'm a minister. I'm a man of God. I have a church-controlled organization. I have a charter. I have somewhat of a reformation with a church that I planted and pastored for 12 and a half years that I no longer pastor, with nonprofit organizations, a lot of community outreach programs, and many other outreach ministries that fall under that banner. So I lead a organizational enterprise that makes up both nonprofit and for-profit entities. And so how my infrastructure is built is gonna have a lot to do to determine what my success is. And the truth is, it's just gonna have a lot to do with how I run my day-to-day operations. And it's very similar fundamentally when you start looking at how your infrastructure should be built. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because again, this mastermind that I'm hosting this Saturday is a part of a program that I use to provide mentorship to people who want to scale their businesses into six figures and beyond. Most of the clients that I work with, most of the mentees who are in my coaching program, they don't make six figures a year. I'm showing them how to at least get to six figures a year, and they're learning that in order for them to scale into six figures, they can't just have a good idea. They can't just be extraordinary themselves and be gifted and talented and good at certain things that they do, or have good products that they want to provide. They've got to get good at structuring a business, having the right systems and processes for that business, and knowing how to take those products and services to the market and use the systems and processes to scale that business. And this is one of the components to being a part of a mastermind. So again, you may have gone to a mastermind event. I don't know what you got from it. You may be a part of a mastermind. I don't know what you're getting from it. But when you are part of my business community, you are able to participate in things like our quarterly masterminds. Of course, I host coaching sessions every week, general coaching sessions where all of our clients and all of our people come together. What is the time frame? Thank you, IG. What is the time frame for the mastermind this Saturday? We're going to be doing the mastermind from 10 to 1, 10 a.m. to 1. We'll do the mastermind. We'll take a break for an hour, and then we'll come back 2 to 5 for the workshop. So every quarter, for all of our coaching clients and our Millionaire Mentorship members, we host a one-day event. And so the first part of that event is our mastermind, and I'll explain what some of the details of that mastermind look like. But that will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll take a break, and then from 2 to 5, we'll go into our workshop. Okay, and so our workshop deals with the nuts and bolts of these main areas of our business. So let me show you what this looks like for you, because first of all, what is a mastermind? So everybody might have their own definition for a mastermind. Here's what my definition is. A mastermind is a human system of networks that work as inner circles of influence with multiple layers of relationships. So a mastermind is supposed to be a network of people coming together and creating this inner circle of influence that provides multiple layers of relationships. So, for example, if this is you, right? We're gonna make this you. And you want to be a part of a mastermind. Well, that means, number one, you've got to find like-minded people that you can bring into a ecosystem together to create this inner circle. And there has to be people who create layers of relationships for you. And I'll talk a little bit about that today. So there's gonna be at least 3 layers of relationships you're gonna have. This is what makes up a mastermind. Now, again, if you're looking at this and you're like, you know what, Ramon, I'm a part of a mastermind, but I really don't have 3 layers of relationships, because you may just participate in an event. You may just be a part of a small group or large group of people where you're getting certain things, but it may not be bringing fulfillment to your life. This is one of the reasons why we host these masterminds, not just for the purpose of having a one-day event. Not just for the purpose of you coming into a setting and participating in something that we're doing, because a mastermind is not just an event. A mastermind should be a foundation or an incubator for a lifestyle that you're building. In order for you to succeed outside of the mechanics of your business, the relationship part of your business is going to have a lot to do with what type of inner circle you're creating and what type of layers you have in that inner circle. So I want to share this with you because, again, the purpose behind a mastermind is to bring together the minds of people who seek to master specific areas of their lives. So think about it, a mastermind. Why are we creating masterminds? Why are we participating in masterminds? Well, it's supposed to be for you to get around people who are collectively putting their minds together to master certain areas of life. So now, in order for the mastermind to even work, or for this concept to have any bearing in your life, you got to make the decision, what exactly do you want to master? What areas of life do you want to master? Perhaps if you're in business, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're the financer and leader of your family, perhaps the areas that you want to master are the areas of business, the areas of finance. Let's just simplify it. Those may be 2 of the main areas you want to master. Well, if you want to master business, if you want to succeed in this business that you're becoming a master in, if you want to master finance to the point that you're succeeding and you see the success in your business and in your finance, well, guess what? You've got to gather around people. You've got to gravitate to people. You got to find people who have the same collective minds that want to master in the same areas. So you could be a part of a mastermind, and this mastermind wants to master something that you don't necessarily want to master, or it may not be important to you. So for me, if I'm going to be a part of a mastermind, at least when it comes to my business and my financial goals, I got to make sure that whoever I am collectively bringing into my inner circle, or whoever's creating an inner circle that I'm becoming a part of, that they have a mind to master the things I have a mind to master. Otherwise, it ain't no mastermind. It's a mess. And it's going to mess up my mind if it's not the right mastermind. So that's the first thing. You have to know what exactly you want to master. What is on your mind that you want to master? For me, the Business Mastermind is about creating a lifestyle. And in order for me to create that lifestyle, I have to facilitate certain things. I've got to have daily disciplines. I've got to have weekly disciplines. I've got to have monthly disciplines, quarterly disciplines, yearly disciplines. And these disciplines have to be central to the things that I want to master in my mind. So even though there may be 30 things that you want to master, what's most important? There are a whole lot of things I want to do with my life, but what's most important at this point in my life is to make sure that my business is successful, my finances are stable, so I can take care of my family and do the other things that I want to do. So there are a whole lot of things I could put on this list that I can easily consider to be things I want to master in my mind, but they are not as important as my business, because if I get my business right, I'm gonna get my money right. If I get my money right, I'm going to be able to get things in my church, in my community, in my family, in the world right, because now I have the resources to facilitate those things. Okay, so that's first of all. Now, back to my definition of a mastermind. It's a human system of networks that work together as inner circles of influence with multiple layers of relationships. So now, in order for me to be a part of a mastermind, I've got to find like-minded people who I can either come into their inner circle so that I can at some point create my own inner circle that will be filled with people who have the same mind, because they want to master the things I want to master. Because the purpose behind the mastermind is for what? To collectively, meaning that if I'm the only one that's in a group of people that wants to master a certain area, I'm the only one that want to bring my mind together to master something, that ain't no doggone mastermind. That's a mess. I've got to make sure that I'm around people. I am surrounded by people who want to bring their minds together to master business, who want to bring their minds together to master money. If there are other things you want to master at this point in your life, it doesn't mean we can't be cool. It doesn't mean we can't conversate. It doesn't mean we can't have no relationship. It just means we cannot be in a mastermind together because our minds are not necessarily on the same page. So now, how do we create these multiple layers of relationships? Well, you've got 3 layers of relationships you got to have. The first layer is people who lead you and feed you. That's one layer. The second layer is people who walk with you and work with you. The third layer is people who follow you and feed from you. Those are the 3 layers. See, a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs, they don't think about these components that they need in order to fill up the blank spaces of their life. They don't really think about that. So, for example, if a mastermind requires or should have 3 layers of relationships, well, that means number 1, I need people who can lead me and feed me. You see what I mean? So now I've got to get around people who can lead me and feed me. And because I know what areas I want to master, I know what areas to find mentors and coaches and leaders in. Because I'm not going to be following somebody who can't lead me and feed me into something that they themselves haven't succeeded in. But because I want to experience business success, I want to experience financial success, and if I know in order for my life to become a mastermind in and of itself, the first layer of my life needs to be filled with people who can lead me and feed me. So that means we need mentors, we need models, we need coaches, we need consultants to lead and feed us, particularly in the areas we seek to master. So it does not matter. I tell this to people all the time. It does not matter how much it costs to be around people who are successful. If these are the people who have the ability, the capacity, the success, and the proof that they can lead you and feed you to some place you know you want to be because they are already there, it does not matter what the price is. Because the moment you allow price to get in the way, you put a barrier, you put a wall between you and them. And they never get in, and you never get in, and that slows your progress down. And trust me, the day will come that you will look back and think to yourself, why didn't I feel this spot in my life earlier? I say that to myself all the time because, see, I have been an entrepreneur full-time for at least the last 18 years since my wife and I have been married. When we got married, we both committed that we were going to be full-time. And my wife told me from day one, honey, if God has given you a vision to start a business and to run a business and to start a ministry and to run that ministry and to build it and to change the world and to build a legacy for us, I'm behind you 100%, and I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to make sure that you get it off the ground and you become successful. And my wife has done that for the past 19 years because we met 20 years ago. So we got married almost 19 years ago, and she did it when we first met. She was saying that to me before we even got married. She was saying that 20 years ago. I'm with you 100%, honey. I support you. I salute you. I'm your biggest fan. And she's been that consistently. My wife has never given me flack and have not supported me or made me feel like, I was a failure or I was a loser. I don't have that testimony. My testimony is my wife has always supported me. But here's why I'm bringing that up. There was a time in my life that I did not have people in business financially that were leading me and feeding me to get where I wanted to go. And one of the reasons why I didn't have it, because I actually just didn't know. All I had to do was just find a coach or a mentor and just pay them. I didn't really know that. Like 20 years ago, I really didn't know that. I can say sincerely, I was not exposed enough to the business world to know that I could actually pay somebody and get access to everything they know. I just didn't know that because remember, I came from the streets and I came right out the streets and into the church, and I didn't really know a whole lot about the business world. I just knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just knew that I wanted to be a success. I wanted to do something great. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't even know that there were options for me to do it. So all I did was what I knew to do. I got a job. I tried to make a little money. And then once I got married and I realized that, wow, I have somebody that can support me and help me get my vision off the ground. And that gave me the freedom and the flexibility and the wiggle room to start working on my business. And I realized that, wow, I can make something happen. But all the glitches that I was running into and all the barriers and roadblocks and blind spots, I actually didn't know 18, 19 years ago that there were coaches and mentors that I could really access and just pay to get that support. And remember, just in all defense to my ignorance and obliviousness, 19 years ago, we didn't have social media the way we got social media. We didn't have smartphones. So it's not like 19 years ago, I could just go on social media, go on an app, and somebody was in my timeline or in my feed sending me a link or telling me to click here because they had a coaching program. I didn't have that. And most of what we see today didn't even exist. And the few people who were doing things like that, you either didn't know them or you had to find them on an infomercial. And again, it's no excuse. It is what it is. I just did not know that. Now in ministry, I had mentors. When it came to what I was doing in ministry as a preacher of the gospel, as a church planner, as a leader in the church, I had people because I was always around these people. And I know the value that mentorship provided for me in ministry. I was able to get so far so quick in my growth as a minister, in my experience, in my exposure, meeting people, getting around people, learning the ins and outs of ministry and church and community service. Why? Because I had someone to lead me and feed me. But once I found out that when it comes to business, when it comes to finance, when it comes to success, that you could actually just pay and get access to people that are called coaches, that are called mentors, I was like, oh my God, this is easy. All I got to do is just pay and I can sit at the table. I was like, oh my God, I'm done. I'm over with this. And let me tell you something. This is by far one of the best decisions I made. Personally, having a coach and having a mentor and being able to have access to the people that I have access to because I paid to have the access to, I personally think it has done more for me than marketing has done for me. Like literally. Now maybe it's just because I'm not the best marketer, but I'm telling you, having that, because what I've learned and what I've experienced, you know, it's more than just the ad. It's more than just the click of a link. It's something that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life, and it's something that I can pass down to everyone. So building a mastermind, these are the three layers. You have to have someone or maybe a few people who can lead you and feed you. Remember, particularly in the areas you seek to master. If you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur and you do not have a coach, you are doing a disservice to yourself, especially if you are in the space of coaching or consulting or education. If any of the above, or you're a speaker or influencer, there is no way you should be doing that and you do not have somebody doing that for you. You have to have that. It should be a mandate. It should like be in the bylaws of the industry that you got to have that. Number two, you have to have people who walk with you and work with you. These are partners, these are associates, these are colleagues, these are classmates who walk and work with you, particularly in the areas you seek to master. So you have a mentor, but then you have colleagues. That means now, let's say if I was your coach and I was your mentor and I was working with you to get your business structured and to make sure that your business is functioning correctly, and my team and I, we support you and you pay to be in that business community. Well, the next level or layer of your relationship should be to get around like-minded people who are actually in the marketplace doing what you're doing. This is one of the reasons why every week I host a coaching call. This is one of the reasons why I have headquarter days to bring our clients and our mentees together here in our headquarters just to see what success looks like. This is one of the reasons I host quarterly events like this Saturday with the event I'm hosting, because I want people who are walking together to get where they want to go in success, to get around people and work with them. It's much easier to get around people who think like you, who are learning what you're learning, who see what you see, who understand what you understand. It's easier to get around those people and do work with them, because you could be getting the right information from your leader, from a mentor, from a coach, but then you're taking that information and you're going back to people you walking with and you working with, and they don't have a clue what you're talking about. They looking at you sideways like, nobody's thinking like that. You're thinking about becoming a billionaire. You're talking big talk. Your perspective about life is open and huge. You're very optimistic. You don't see the glass half empty. You see the glass not half full, but overflowing. You live in abundance. You think in abundance. You talk in abundance. You walk in abundance. You move in abundance. And then you get around people who are fighting limitations, and it's always what they can't do, and they have an excuse for everything, and there's always some justification they're providing for why they're not further along. You can't walk and work with those people when you're getting this type of information from mentors and coaches. You got to get around those kind of people. And you got to be willing to make the sacrifices to get around those kind of people. So you can't use as an excuse, by the way, oh, I can't find good people. I can't get good people. All my relationships are over. I'm just moving by myself. That is ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. It's stupid, to be honest with you. If you around here because you've had bad people that you've walked with, bad people that you've worked with, and you're like, you know what, I ain't doing this no more. I'm going to just be solo dolo. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it by myself. You're never going to be massively successful that way. There's nobody on this planet that is massively successful by themselves. And all of the people who are massively successful have mentors, they have guides, they have people they look up to, they have consultants, they have counselors, they have advisors, they have people who lead them and feed them, and they have those type of people who walk with them and work with them. So the second layer of your relationships for your life to become a mastermind, not some event, but your lifestyle, you need people who can walk with you and work with you. And then you need people, the third layer, who can follow you and feed you. Feed from you. Okay, these are your followers. These are your friends. These are customers and clients, particularly in the area you seek to master. So a lot of times, business owners and entrepreneurs have a problem attracting the right people to their business. They have a problem attracting the right clients and the right customers. And they think it's just a marketing issue. It's not just a marketing issue. It's actually a mindset issue. So don't just think, oh, I'm not able to attract the right clients. I'm not able to attract the right customers. I'm not attracting the right people because my marketing is bad. No, that's not, that may be some of the reason, but I bet you a lot of the reason is your mindset is bad, because you will not attract people to follow you and feed from you when you are not who they need to help them get to where they want to go. So you can't take people somewhere you ain't gone. You can't give people something you ain't got. You can't show people a direction you have no idea to get to. So that means you got to build your life like a mastermind. Your life has to become a mastermind. Now, if you have any questions or concerns about what I just talked about, there's some things that you might be dealing with in your own life or in your business, and you just feel like you're stuck. You feel like you're not moving at the pace you need to move in. I want you to reach out to me. Maybe it's in the starting of your business. If you're not starting your business the right way, it's going to affect how you structure it. So starting your business is about making sure you file and form your paperwork the right way, but also making sure that you understand the bigger picture, the bigger purpose of what your business is supposed to do and what you need to accomplish through your business. The structure part is about your systems and your processes, because if you have a good idea, if you have products and services, but you're not able to get into the market and make money, well, you got to start with you. And this whole mastermind concept is about you. So that means you've got to have the right mentors. That means you got to have the right partners and colleagues. But that means you got to have the right followers, your customers, your clients. And here's the thing. You don't get these, and most of the time you don't get those either until you get those. It's just the way it is. Some of the best relationships I have right now in business and in ministry have come from the mentors I've had in my life. Period. Period. Let me say it again. Some of the best relationships I have today in business and in ministry have not come from me creating these relationships, they've come from mentors that I have been connected to. I have met some of the greatest people in the world, have built some of the best relationships in the world because I was connected to mentors who put me around people that I could partner with and become colleagues with. They have given me what I needed to fuel my passion and purpose for life so that I was able to draw people to follow me because they saw my own personal growth and my personal success. So all of it begins and ends with you creating a mastermind for yourself. And so as I mentioned earlier, this Saturday, April the 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., we are hosting a mastermind workshop. It's going to be a two-part event. So the mastermind is going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then our workshop is going to be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. I would love for you to be a part of this mastermind workshop. During our mastermind, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be helping you develop your personal, your professional, and financial goals. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to help you with your goals. We're going to show you how to set the proper goals for your life and for your business. But the key to goal setting is to quantify those goals. So we're going to put numbers to your goals. We want to figure out what is the dollar amount you need, let's say, for this remainder of the 2022. We want to help you set your goals. We want to show you how your goals connect to how you build the right business infrastructure. So if you have an existing LLC, we want to take a look at your LLC to see, is it structured correctly? Do you understand the holding company concept enough so that you can build your organization out so that you're not bottlenecked in your business? So we're going to assess your goals. We're going to help you identify with the correct business structure. We're going to take some time to help you develop your products, your services, your prices. We're going to talk about all of these things, how to package your products and services, how to present them to the market. We're going to take some time to help show you how to integrate the right systems and processes in your business. And then we're going to make sure that during this mastermind, you have a game plan that you can execute. So when you leave just this part of our one-day event, you're going to have an idea on what needs to happen for you to hit that financial target. That's what our mastermind is going to be centered around. And guess what? We'll be answering a lot of questions, giving you an opportunity to get whatever it is clear so that you can move forward. We're going to take a lunch break, and then at 2 p.m., we're going to go into our workshop. This workshop is going to be about financial systems. So we're going to be talking about KPIs, key performance indicators. We're going to be talking about things that you can do to support your revenue impact. We're going to be talking about creative tax strategies. We'll take some time to even talk about QuickBooks. If you don't have a QuickBooks account, how you can set one up easily. If you do have one, we want to make sure that it's configured correctly. So all of this is just in a one-day event we're hosting this upcoming Saturday. And guess what? To make it even more amazing, this event is free for everyone who's in our business community. So if you are a member of our Millionaire Blueprint, our online business training program, we're giving you free access to this one-day event, in person or virtual. We're giving you access to it for free. If you are in our Millionaire Mentorship program or our coaching program, we're giving you access to it for free. If you are a member of any of our programs and you are a part of our business community, we are extending a free VIP ticket to you for either in person or virtual. So all you have to do is reach out to us. If you're not a member of our business community, we would love to have an opportunity to share with you what type of programs and products we have, how we can help you in your business get started, get structured, and get scaled. We have a question on what? YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a lot of them?
No, I think it's another question.
Okay, another question on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm running on Instagram right now, so I'll jump over to YouTube real quick. Okay, so Instagram, I need you to jump over to YouTube to watch the rest, because we have questions that are coming in on YouTube, and I need my phone to take those questions. So appreciate all of you on YouTube and on Instagram. Thank y'all for joining us today. If you have any more questions, and or if you would like to be a part of our business community, our mentorship program, all you have to do is text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. Okay? No dude. All right then. Somebody just said, no dude, I don't want to join your mentorship program. It's all good, dog. Hey, I appreciate you for being on here, for throwing a little shade to me. Thank you. I appreciate it. More blessings to you. I hope you have an amazing day. I love all of you. Just come on over to YouTube. All right, so let me check our YouTube very quickly just to see. Wait a minute. This is what happens when you're going live.
So here we go, first episode.
Uh-oh, y'all hear that? All right, we just want to make sure that video got uploaded. So let me answer the questions we have on YouTube. Let's see here. What questions do we have? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let's see here. Mask YT, one of the people I work with doesn't want to help me make sales, just wants an easy cut of the business. I want to cut this person out, but I will take a hit temporarily doing so. Is it worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. It's always worth it. If you have somebody working with you and they're not in alignment with you, yes, you want to get rid of those kind of people, but you equally want to make sure that you have put the right systems and processes in place for them to understand what their roles are. So if you're bringing people on your team and they don't have clearly defined roles, well, that's a system and process issue that you have to fix and correct so that you can clearly communicate it when you bring them on. So he says, please give me some insight on what you do, what you would do, because I'm really in a hard struggle. Yeah, it wouldn't even be a question to me. If somebody's working, nobody's going to be working in my office and ain't doing their job. But again, I'm going to make sure I give them their job description. So everybody that works for me, they know what their job description is. They know what they're supposed to do every day. Because again, when I talk about systems and processes, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I talk about systems and processes, systems, they're going to house your information, right? But your processes are going to be the steps that everybody in your business needs to take to keep your business running. All right. So he says this in a retail setting. There was some theft, so I put the items behind lock and key. Now the sales have slowed. I asked my partner to put them by the front counter. He won't. The items do sell better when they are out in the open, but also the rats of the world take them, oh wow, so that they're not profitable. Yes, so it's just one of those things where if this is a business partner, and this business partner is not in alignment with you, then you just need to have one of those alignment conversations. If it's a business partner, you need to have an alignment conversation. Because I'm not going to get into business with anybody on a partnership level unless we are in alignment, period. Unless we're in alignment, period. And if we are in alignment, we still need to know what our roles are. So if it's you and your business partner, then you over here and your business partner right there, and this is the business. Well, you both need to know what your roles are. What are your roles? What are your roles? What are your responsibilities? What is your routine every day? What are the things that these roles require? And then you got to look at what are the best practices. So for example, if putting the inventory out and not locking it up is a best practice for the business to generate revenue, then guess what? The inventory needs to come out of the safe. It needs to come out from being locked, because that's best practices for the business. And if this person is like, no, dog, I ain't with all that, man. We ain't got time for that. Well, guess what? We ain't gonna be in business together. How about that? I love you, bro, but I want to be successful. So if we're not going to get in alignment, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go our own ways. You're going to go your way and I'm going to go my doggone way. It's just simple as that. It's nothing to be conflicted about. I'm not wasting my time with people. If I'm going into a partnership, we're going to lay everything out on the table. What are you going to do? What am I going to do? What is it going to look like? What are the ins and outs of it? What are our roles? What role do you play? What role do I play? What are you not going to do? What are you not going to do? What do I don't want to do, but I have to do? I got to flesh all that out, because when these types of things happen, now if you don't have these clearly defined roles and you go back to them and they like, man, I ain't tell you I was going to do that. I ain't got time for that. And then you just mess everything up. So for those of you that are interested in being a part of our upcoming event this Saturday, all you have to do is reach out to us. If you would like to join our online business training program, or if you would like to have access to our mentorship program for coaching and consulting, weekly coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions, quarterly masterminds, online virtual training 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He says, unfortunately, that's what I thought was the only route also. It just sucks because I wanted the business to succeed and it's currently profitable, but they aren't willing to scale it. I'm not with it. Yeah, so you got to move on. You got to count your losses 9, keep it moving. You got to count your losses 9. You can't keep dragging it out. You got to count your losses 9 and keep it moving. And the next time, if there's a next time that you ever do business with somebody, here's what you need to do. You need to have your own holding company. If you don't already, you should have it like this. And so when somebody comes along and say, hey, I want us to come into a business. I got an idea. I want us to go into business together, 2 of us. What you say is, okay, I don't mind going into business with you, but my business is going to own 50% of that. So your business is never compromised. Because when this is your only business and then you split it down the middle, you just split your business down the middle. You need to have a holding company. So any partnership you come into, your partnership interests are owned by your holding company, not by you. So you don't stop your business from running. You don't stop your legacy from growing and scaling. So I love every one of you. Again, you can text the word millionaire to me and I'll be more than happy to take a few minutes to share with you what our program is about. I will show you all the benefits that you will get from our program. You can also go to RamonPreston.com, RamonPreston.com. You'll find all the prices of our programs, all the benefits of our programs, all the components to our programs on our platform, RamonPreston.com. Or you can just text millionaire to this number, 404-478-7213. We'll take a few minutes. We'll answer your questions. We'll share with you what our benefits are. We'll see how we can align your business needs to what we provide and the solutions we have. And we'll get you started. We'll schedule your initial one-on-one coaching session, get you onboarded to our training program, and get you to scale into 6 figures and beyond. So I love every one of you. Thank you for joining the Ramon Preston Show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. I need your help. Subscribe to my YouTube page. When you're done, put comments in the comments. Make sure you go back and rewatch some of my videos and add some comments to it so that the algorithms can keep our videos moving up. Go to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us at Ramon Preston on those pages as well. We're doing so many amazing things, helping so many people in their businesses so that they can create legacies for themselves and their families. And so we'll be back here tomorrow, same place, same time on the Ramon Preston Show, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Love all of you, appreciate all of you, and I'll see you tomorrow right here. Same place, same time on the